test. All right, I think we're on, folks. All right, Swirly Nation, we're back live. After the 2010s win 5-1, we're going to bring this one live to you here from RMU. It's the 2011 Pens Elite Team Nelson taking on the Florida Alliance. We might be a few features short here as we had to go to a backup computer system. So hopefully you guys can see us as we get a Penguins goal. It's George Luarchik tapping one by the Alliance goaltender to make it 1-0 Penguins. We will be without replay features. We'll be without the lineup features. We're going to be without the scoreboard, I think, for right now. I will do my best to work on those things as we move along here. But having to move to a backup computer system, we lost a lot of those wonderful features that we rely on. So we're going to do the best we can to bring you all the action without the bells and whistles. But at least you're going to get a chance to see it. Also, the Wi-Fi here, thankfully, is on like super secret lockdown codes. So we're gonna bring you the game because that's what you want to see anyway. Is a little bit of Penguins hockey here. So it's 1-0 Pens lead Florida Alliance here in the first period of play. We're coming to you live from Robert Morris University Island Sports Center here on Neville Island in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Beautiful facility here. Hopefully the future home of Division I hockey again as RMU's program on a year just lost audio. Oh, there we are. We're back. The Penguins clearing the zone. It'll be Baru. Now Lohr tapping it up, looking for Schweitzer. I lost, not audio, I lost video. What are we looking at here? Do we have it on this one? No. All right, folks. We have no video feed. Well, that's not good. All you can do is hear me now. Squish with a 10-bell save on that one. Too bad I didn't get that. He's going side to side, flashing some pad. And a Penguin boarded heavily on the play. That's Schweitzer going down. He'll put the Pens on a power play here. A roughing call coming. To the Florida Alliance. So you can't see any of this. All right. So the Penguins are on the power play here. Doing the best I can to get the video feedback, folks. And we're back. All right, spotty Wi-Fi, but we're back live. So the Penguins lead 1-0, and they're on a power play. What you missed a what'll be called a roughing call as Schweitzer was decked along the boards at center ice. You missed a 10-bell stop by the squish tender, and you're going to see George Luarchuk, the Penguins goal scorer, drive into the Florida Alliance zone before turning it back the other way. Here come the Alliance shorthanded. Dangling to the outside, cutting back to the inside. Squish there to make the stop. Maybe not. The puck looks like might be in the back of the net. A short side shot ends up behind the net, or ends up in the net, apparently. So it's going to be a 1-1 game now. A backhander eating up squish tender to the shorthand side, and Florida able to tie the game at 1 here. It'll be Foster picking it up in the Penguin zone, looking for Baru. Now Foster out to Bowen. Bowen along the left wing wall, rims it into the Florida Alliance zone. Baru there with the puck pressure, now Bowen. We've got 9:42 to play as the penalty to Florida expires. They'll dump it all the way into the Penguins, and it'll be Kumnik picking it up, rimming it around for Bowen. Bowen off of his stick right into the middle, streaking in the zone, comes an Alliance forward whose shot rings high and wide of the cage. Penn's able to clear it out the center where Baru will pick things up and tap it into the Florida zone. Florida looks to counterattack here. Florida Alliance will be in their white uniforms today as the squish tender makes another save, putting that rebound into the corner. It'll be Goldberg up the right-hand side. 1-1 game here from RMU. A centering feed comes all the way across. It'll be Foligno in the Penguins' end. Florida in their white uniforms with some baby blue and dark blue trim. And a mismatch of helmets. This Florida Alliance team consists of players from a number of other programs who will travel to play these elite events like the Midwinter Classic that we're bringing you game 1 here as Florida plays it in offside. Your Penguins are in black. The black uniforms with the big Penguin logo on the chest. The black pants, black socks, everything with the gold striping, and of course the iconic gold Penn's Elite helmets. It'll be Bloom leaning over the faceoff dot, won by the Alliance. They'll bank one off the boards all the way into the Penguin zone. No icing here as it's rimmed around behind for Dixon. Dixon tries to tap it to Foligno. Foligno and Dixon will battle in behind the net. Now Bloom as a wraparound attempt comes. Carrying the puck, possessioning it, working it low to high, and dumping it back into the corner of the Alliance. Picked up behind the net, pressured by the Pens. Dixon and Bloom work the wall, and it'll be Bloom coming away with it. He'll tap it up the center, looking for Luarchuk. Turned back the other way, and here come the Alliance. A shot in, squished. Nice rebound control to put that in the corner, as there were two streaking Alliance forwards coming in, hunting rebounds, and it'll be the Pens coming out the center in the form of Luarchuk. He fires it across, and it bounces over the stick of Goldberg, picked up by the Alliance behind their own net, where they'll wrap it all the way around to be kept in the Alliance zone by Dixon. As the Alliance tap it back out the center, it'll be a 2-on-1 into the Penn zone, winding, firing, and missing the cage, high over the squish tender's head. The Penguins able to clear it back out to center. Goldberg tripped on the play, and the Pens are going to head back to a power play. The power play that was unsuccessful in their first attempt and actually gave up a short-handed goal. We'll see if they can put a little bit more pressure on Florida on this power play. 1-1 game here with 7:27 to play in the first period. Baru wins it back to Foster. I'm sorry, that was Schweitzer to Baru. To Foster. In behind is Bowen. Bowen comes out from behind the net, sends one off the side of the cage. A wraparound attempt by Baru, kicked out. Schweitzer will pick it up, and the Penguins go to work on this power play. Baru knocked down behind the cage. Bowen unable to pick the puck up in the corner, but his puck pressure forces the Alliance to head the other side. Zachi tracking the puck as the Florida Alliance dump it into the Penguins, and behind the cage it goes. Zachi gets there but can't get control. A shot in, kicked out by the skate of Squish, and it'll be rimmed off the dasher board by Foster out to center, where the Alliance will toss the puck back in on an offside play. We'll get a center ice draw here. 44 seconds left on the Penguins power play. Faceoff will come to center. 1-1 tie here. Sorry we don't have the scoreboard for you, folks. Had to do a emergency computer switch, so I think the stream looks good so far. Maybe not. Again, RMU's system on a lockdown here. You have to register for an account, which I did. Can't figure it out. Anyway, we'll try to get it figured out for the next game because the Pens are back here at 1:15 as Goldberg will drive in. His shot blocked by the defense of the Florida Alliance. The Alliance will rim it all the way around. Back to Foligno, who loses control at center, and it'll be a potential breakaway. A nice angling by Foligno, and he'll get called actually on that one. Yeah, he kind of went a little bit too far over, and it'll be an interference play on Dino Foligno. And with 5 seconds left on the Penguins' power play, they're actually going to head to the penalty kill. So 5 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey before the Penguins will be on a PK. Face-off controlled by the Alliance in the corner. They'll rim in front. Tossing it short side. Squish gets there to keep it out. And they bang away. No whistle, even though it appeared to be under the goaltender briefly. And the play allowed to continue, and they'll tap it past. That'll end the power play for the Alliance. Yeah, it's all right. So the Alliance take a 2-1 lead here as they're allowed to whack the puck that was under the goaltender into the net. It'll be a D-to-D play for the Alliance 5-on-5 hockey here. Into the pen zone. Shot in, glove down by Squish. Side of the net. Digging for it in behind is Schweitzer, kicking it out for Lohr. Lohr loses control. But it'll be picked up by Zachi. He'll tap it forward, and out comes Schweitzer through center. He's hounded, hooked from behind. Play continues as he'll wrap it around the boards for Bowen, who picks it up on the opposite side. He's checked from behind with a cross check. And we're going to have another Penguin power play here. Penguins will head to the power play, trailing 2-1 with 5:19 to play. It'll be Bloom, Vickers, Luarchuk. Up front with Foster and Kumnik, the defense pair. Foster plays it low for Luarchuk. It's off of his stick, and back come the Alliance through center. Carrying around the Pens defense, but the forwards on the back check in the form of Bloom able to dislodge the puck, and we're going to get a tripping call now. This one will be on the Penguins, so it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. Luarchuk called for a trip. If he gets an assist, he'll have a certain kind of hat trick, I guess. Penalty goal, and we'll get him an apple. It'll be Bloomer leaning in to take the face-off in this 4-on-4 setting. Won by the Alliance. Lots of ice available, and the Alliance will be offside. So now we'll have the face-off at neutral ice. We're here at the Clearview Arena, RMU's Island Sports Center, for the Midwinter Classic Game 1 of pool play between the Florida Alliance and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Face-off driven in by the Alliance. Kick saved by the Squish tender. And it's cleared behind the net where it's picked up by Vickers. Vickers unable to clear the zone. The Alliance cut back into the middle. A shot attempt skips wide of the net. Kept in by Florida. They control this 4-on-4 action here. 50 more seconds of 4-on-4 play as a centering pass is about hip high. Comes all the way through to the point. That shot, a missile from the point, blocked by the Pens defense. And back comes Landon Bloom to the Florida line. Able to get it into the zone where Vickers will forecheck as the Alliance carry it back through center. Weaving into the Penguin zone. A nice poke check there by the Pens defenseman, Foster. The puck kicks in behind for Foligno. The Penguins will get it back to the blue line no further. Florida weaving into the Pens end, cutting to the middle. Knocked down on the play, it'll be Bloom getting control. He stood up as he tries to exit the zone. They're going to call an onside play. That looked to be at center ice, but they'll keep it in the Florida zone. Rimmed around, it'll be Foster. Foster up to the blue line no further, but Vickers will tap it. An indirect feed there. It'll be picked up by Florida. Florida with way too many men on the ice. No call. The penalties are over, so it's 5-on-5 hockey. Florida at one point had at least 6 or 7 as a weaving Florida player sends a shot screaming wide of the Penguins' cage. The Pens work the puck back out to center. It'll be Dixon driving up into the Florida zone where Florida will regroup with a D-to-D play. A nice breakout there by the Alliance as they come into the Pens, and a dirty dangle comes off the stick of a back-checking Schweitzer to the corner. Schweitzer and Laurel battle. It's kicked up to the boards but kept in by the Alliance. They'll wrap it in behind the Penguins' cage. Dixon dislodges the puck, and now Schweitzer comes away with it. He sends it all the way up to Lewarchuk, who's carrying the puck through center ice. Into the Alliance zone, cutting to the outside. Off the stick of Lohr and cleared by Florida. Dixon and Schweitzer. Debate who's going to carry the puck. It'll be Schweitzer, and he finds Lohr. Lohr tries to tap it to the middle and unable to get the pass through, but it'll be Lewarchuk picking it up just inside the Alliance blue line. His shot blocked by a defender and cleared up, but not out as it's held at the blue low. They're going to call that one offsides. Thought maybe he got it. Guess he did not. It'll be a face-off at the Florida blue line. Face-off won by Florida. Into the Pens zone, but turned back the other way. It'll be Bloom carrying it into the Florida end. He tried to get it over to Baru. That's picked off. And back come the Alliance into the Penguins' corner. 2-1 the score here in the Midwinter Classic. As the Alliance try to rim one around in front. Kept at the blue line. But brought on by Baru with an indirect pass off the boards. A nice little pitching wedge checks up at the right in front of the goal line. So no icing. Thank you all for joining us here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Make sure you subscribe below as we bring you the Midwinter Classic here from Pittsburgh. It's going to be a battle at center for Schweitzer, picked up by the Alliance. They'll come in 3-on-2. Weaving to the middle, shot in, squish there with the save, and he'll get the whistle this time. And we'll have a defensive zone draw for the Pens. Schweitzer leans in. Tied up, face off back to the Florida blue line where they'll go D-to-D to the opposite side. Driving right through to the top of the slot when a shot comes off, squish to the corner. Pressured by Bowen, now Schweitzer. It'll be rimmed behind the Penguins' net where Kumnik will get to it on his backhand and shovel it back out to center ice. As we wind inside of a minute here in the first, it's a 2-1 Florida lead over the Penguins. Florida, top 10 team in the country here, and the Pens are playing right with them as Schweitzer falls down and Vickers brings the puck in offsides. 36.2 to play. Baru to the dot. It's Baru, Lewarchuk. Dixon and Zachi on defense as Florida weaves into the Penguin zone. A nice defensive play there by Dixon to swipe the puck to the corner. Zachi and Baru battling in the Penguins end. Florida goes low to high off the skate of Lewarchuk. He tried to escape out the center, almost did. Dixon will end up with control, and he'll find Lewarchuk. He's into the Florida zone, crossing over at the blue line, and the Penguins outnumber the Alliance along the boards and advance the puck further. Off the stick of Baru and kicking over to Zachi as he'll spin one back to the Florida blue line. That horn will indicate the end of period one, a 2-1 Florida lead here from RMU. We'll be back for period number 2 in just a moment. All right, folks, we're back. We're second period action here from RMU as Florida carries the puck in. They'll say onside, coming in on a breakaway and going backhand. Roof City is a Florida Alliance forward, getting free on a breakaway. It'll be a center ice draw for Florida. Rimmed up by the Alliance into the Penguin zone, defended off by Foligno. Cutting to the middle, an Alliance forward, and there's the squish tender to make a save. 3-1 now, Florida here, second period. Schweitzer will lean in. One back to the point. Shot in. Blocked by Foster and cleared up. And out of the Penguin zone. Chasing it down will be Baru. Can he get there? It'll be waved out by Florida, but brought in by Lohr. Lohr with the pressure. Florida carries it to the safety behind their net as they'll run a breakout to the opposite side. That cut off by Schweitzer. Schweitzer into the middle for Lohr. Just can't connect. Unable to get the one-timer off. It's back out the center where Foster will pick up the puck. He's got it to Schweitzer, who falls down on the play. Maybe his dad needs to sharpen his skates a little bit. It'll be...
Yes.
Somehow I have audio back, but no video. Shot in wide of the Penguins net. I have no idea what's going on with the freaking video. All right, we have video back. Shot in, and that one handcuffed Squish. Under 12 to play here in the second. Florida now leading 4-1. Zaggi will keep it in the Florida zone. Puck comes free to Bloom. His shot, blocked, rebound, trickles in, covered by Florida, and they'll get the whistle. The Alliance players asking the Penguins politely not to touch the goaltender. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Penguins. Zaggi keeps it at the point. Fires it back into the corner. It'll be Dixon. Tapping it to Luarchuk. Back to the point for Dixon. His shot deflects wide of the net into the corner. Vickers pressures, and Florida will be able to run a breakout here. It's disrupted at the blue line, so they'll retreat and try again as they set up in the neutral zone. D-to-D play and a nice zone entry. Shot comes in. That one stopped and covered by the Squish tender. And the Penguins' defense return the favor of asking them to please keep clear of the netminder. Face off for Baru. Tap back to the Florida blue line. They'll go D-to-D, and a shot from the outside kicked out by Squish. Rebound save as well. Puck ends up in the corner where Lohr will get to it, battling for it, and Foster will come free. Tapping it up to the blue line, can't clear. Lohr will battle along the boards. The Penguins, Baru and puck support there, able to get to the puck and fire it to Kumnik. Kumnik up through center, he'll dump it in, and it'll be Bowen tracking it into the offensive zone. He'll get there in the corner. Battle along the boards. Reversed by Florida. And they'll pass this defended by Foster, but brought on by the Alliance. It'll be an offside play. will take the face-off outside of the Pens blue line. Brought in by Florida. Nice poke check there by Foligno. He's able to clear it back out to center and into the Florida zone. It'll be Bloom hustling after it, hunting the puck. As Florida breaks it up the right side, Dixon cuts that off, and they'll battle along the wall. Bloom gets to it and banks it all the way into the Florida zone. Picked up by the Florida defense. Popped out and passed Dixon out the center. Back on come the Alliance sting side and beat Squish to the glove hand. (5-1) Florida. It'll be Foster with the puck for the Pens as they look to try to close this gap. They're at the Florida blue line where Baruz leaned against. And back come the Alliance. Foster angling, keeping the puck out at the blue line. And that pressure will force the Alliance to go in offsides. Back to the Florida defense. They'll walk right down Main Street into the Penguin zone, weaving through 2, now 3, before being turned aside by Zachi. Puck out to the blue line. Kept in by the Alliance. Shot comes in. Kick to the behind the net by Squish. Florida and the Penguins will battle there. It'll be Zachi coming away with it. He'll chop it. And it comes off a skate right to Schweitzer with speed. Pens have a 3-on-2 as he hits Bowen. Bowen into the offensive zone. Schweitzer the trailer. Drop pass to Schweitzer with some space. He'll get to the corner. He works it low to high as he finds Foster. He'll bank it off the boards. Schweitzer right there to collect the puck again. His centering feed cut off by an Alliance forward, tapped out to the wing, and back comes Florida through center. Defended by Foster as they carry it into the Penguin zone. It'll be dislodged to the corner. A bouncing puck clears all the way past the defender. And the Alliance will look to regroup inside their own zone. A D-to-D pass. Penguins get away with too many men there. As the Alliance weave in, right side, firing one, kicked out by Squish. Rebound gobbled up by the Squish tender as well. .7:53 to play, second period. Puck one back to the Alliance blue line for a heavy shot, gobbled up by Vickers. I think he eats pucks for breakfast. Great shot block there. Back to the point it comes, another heavy one. That one's off the shoulder of the Squish tender. Nice tracking of the puck there to stay up and keep it out. A couple of goals I'm sure the Squish tender wishes he could have back, but that was a 10-bell save there. Centering pass, defended nicely by Kumnik. Florida will control in the corner. Back to the point it goes. Winding. Sending it back to the corner. It's off a skate and cleared by Enzo Vickers all the way into the Florida end. Picked up by the Alliance and carried behind the cage. Stopping and starting Goldberg with the pressure. It'll roll. And Florida able to tap it back out to center. Vickers will track the puck down there and get it back to the Florida blue line before Florida sends it off the stick of Foligno and in behind the Penguins' cage. The Alliance changing, as are some of the Penguins, as Kumnik comes away with the puck. He plays it up the boards, nobody home on that side. The puck will trickle all the way to the Alliance zone, however. Well, they'll start a breakout. D-to-D play and then up the ice. Into the Pen zone, cutting to the middle. A nice centering feed. Tapped that, kicked out once by Squish, twice by Squish. A wraparound attempt. That one's kicked out as well. The Pens defense clear the puck but not out, and Schweitzer will block the shot from the defenseman. Gayev gather the puck and find Lohr streaking through center. He'll tap it in behind the Alliance defense. who will interfere with the Penguin forward. Lions will get away with that one and begin the breakout where Schweitzer will disrupt. In front, waving at it, Bowen, he can't get the shot through. Nice scoring chance there for the Pens, and back come the Alliance around Dixon and in on a breakaway to the backhand, and Squish shuts that one down with the pad. Splitting the Penguin defense there. A nice move by the Florida forward. Tries to go to the backhand, and Squish kicks the pad out. Bowen will pick it up at center. Firing it into the Alliance zone. Penguins getting a line change here. Puck picked off at center by Goldberg, but cleared all the way back and past Squish for an icing. Offensive zone draw to come with 5:20 to play here in the second. Penguins Vickers on the faceoff. Taps it over, looking for Goldberg. Vickers will stay on the puck and go low to high. Nice movement there to Kumnik. Kumnik back to the corner for Vickers. It's rimmed around Lowarchuk. In with the pressure. Lowarchuk and Vickers battling in the corner, and away with it come the Alliance. They'll fire it cross ice right in front of their bench. It's picked up on the backhand. Smooth hands there. A backside feed, but better stick by Foster to break up the play. And the Penguins will clear it back out to center. Off of a skate gathered in by Goldberg. He'll break free. Can he get to the puck? It trickles in and cleared by the Alliance defense. Puck back through center for Foster to intercept the cross ice pass and get it back to Vickers. Vickers will get a dump, and the Pens will get a change. Lowarchuk in on the forecheck, dislodges the puck, and it'll end up freed up for Baru to battle in the corner. Lowarchuk still on the ice, getting good puck support there. Tries to go back to the point. That's intercepted, and the Lions will weave through center before Foster is able to cut the play off and clear the zone. But back in come the Alliance. A nice head and shoulder fake to carry to the outside, centering pass. Smoothly picked off by Schweitzer. His breakout attempt, though, intercepted, and weaving in coming Alliance forward. Shot in. Squish gets it with the paddle. Nice down low save there. It'll be cleared to the point, but not out. Battled along the boards, it's Schweitzer, but turning in with it are the Alliance. Puck comes in on Squish. He's able to get the mitt on it, covering it with that big. Won by the Alliance to the half wall. They'll rim it around behind, running a bit of a rim play there. A centering feed. Read perfectly by Schweitzer. And he's able to work hard enough to clear the zone out to Baru. He'll be one-on-one with two back-checking Alliance players as he shoots one in, and a nice save there by the Alliance netminder. A cross-ice feed connects, and back come the Alliance. Baru heavy on the back check. Around Foligno, cutting to the middle. Wonderful back-checking by the Penguins forwards to break off the cut to the middle, and Lohr able to force the puck out to center. The Alliance will battle there along the boards in front of their bench. They'll end up coming away with it, driving into the offensive zone, sending it cross-ice opposite side. A feed right back on a give and go, broken up by the Pens D. Back in front, waving at it. Foligno, the Florida will get to the puck and tap it between the wickets as they broke free of the Penguins defense, getting in behind, and Squish going for the poke check, and it just gets tapped by to give Florida a 6-1 lead. Bloom to the dive. Tapped forward, but gathered in by Florida. They'll send it into the Penguin zone for Foster. Foster has it taken from him, and the Alliance drive right in, shot in, 5-hole save for the Squish Tender as they came off the wall with players in front. Opted for the shot, and Squish equal to that one. Stopping play with 2:28 to play here in period 2. Face-off won by Florida again. They'll control in the corner. Centering feed. That one's gobbled up and tapped in behind Squish. Thought he had it in the chest, but it pops free in behind and gets tapped by, and Florida leads 7-1. Baru will take the face-off. Tries to go forward with it. It's picked up by the Alliance. Back to the Penguin blue line where Zacci will cut it off. He hits Bowen. Bowen finds Baru. He twists and turns into the Florida zone. Controlling along the boards. Picked off of his stick and brought back on by the Alliance. Popped forward and brought in, but it'll be an offside play. Under 2 to play here in the second. Lore comes away with the puck off the draw, and he'll drive into the Florida zone 1-on-2. Taking it to the half wall, looking to set things up. It's knocked off of his stick, and back come the Alliance to Foligno. Foligno up for Baru. Baru will battle along the boards. It's taken by Florida into the Penguins' end. They'll come. Dragging to the middle, shooting one. Blocked, rebound, sent wide to the corner. Baru will get to it. Taps it off the wall, looking for Bowen. Nice stick lift to get control, and he'll carry it out the center. Nobody joining him here. He'll fire one in and look for a line change. Florida taps it up through center. They'll come back into the pen zone 2-on-2. Cutting to the outside around Foligno. Dragging it to the middle. Squish there. Gets one. Dives across to get the second on the backside. And covering it up to keep it a 7-1 game with 1:05 to play. Bloom on the draw. Out to the Florida blue line. Unable to keep it, or the Alliance. They'll get turned back again at the Penguins blue line. Will a third time be a charm? No. Goldberg. Now Zacci. It will end up in the pen zone, but on the stick of Dixon, who goes indirect off the wall for Lowarchuk. It's just past his reach. Then the Alliance will get control. Goldberg able to free the puck up, carry it into the Florida zone, down to his knees, tapping it back. Nice feed to Lowarchuk. His shot stopped. Rebound loose. Penguins can't get it behind. It'll go behind the cage instead. Back to the point for Dixon. Dixon taps it to the corner to Bloom. Bloom, nice misdirection there, gets control. Goes off the wall and continues with the puck. Driving it towards the net. A stick save there as Bloom will wrap it around this time. That's kept out as well. And Florida rims it around the boards to run a breakout. They'll come back through center. Into the Penguin zone, 1-on-1 with Dixon. Around Dixon, in on Squish, and firing it off the post. As the horn sounds, it'll remain 7-1 at the end of period number 2. Back for period number 3 here. We didn't even lose connection during the intermission. Schweitzer leans over the dot. Florida controls the faceoff. Into the Penn's end. A behind-the-back drop pass. Picked off and cleared by Foster to Bowen. A turn back into the Penguin zone for Kumnick to fire off the boards all the way back to the Alliance end. Controlling it behind their own net. Pressure coming from Schweitzer. He's able to get it knocked free for Bowen, and now Baru. He'll go down at the blue line, and the Alliance will turn it right back out to center ice. Penguins will tap it in. We'll say an onside play. Schweitzer can't get control, but the Alliance will come back in. Left-hand side. Winding up, firing. Squish makes the save and battles to get to the rebound and kick it in behind the cage. Penguins will work back there. It's Foster, now Kumnick. Kumnick battling behind the net. Able to tap it over, looking for Bowen. Bowen lifts it up to the middle. Couldn't hit Schweitzer, but the Alliance will carry it out of their zone and fire it back in on an offside play. And we'll get a neutral zone draw. Bloom on the faceoff. Won by the Alliance. Into the Penn's end, wide of the net, and to the corner it goes. Dixon can't get control. The Alliance will tap it in behind for Bloom to pressure. Now Dixon, now an Alliance forward, will fire one that's squeezed against the post by the squish tender. Nice job on that one, staying up. That was a shot that got by earlier on the other side. Bloom on the draw, face-off won by Florida. Shot rings wide of the cage. It'll be picked up by Vickers. Banking it off the wall and carrying it out is Goldberg. Goldberg to the Florida line, but no further, and back come the Alliance. Unable to get it past Foligno with a nice defensive play. Picked up by Florida. They'll fire it cross ice for the zone entry. Dixon defending as they weave inside. Glove shot. Glove hand side, saved and held by Squish. It'll be Zachi behind the cage to Lohr. Lohr up through center with the puck. He's looking at Schweitzer. Schweitzer able to get it into the Florida zone before it's collected by their defense, and they'll start a breakout that's intercepted by Zachi. He's got a missile, and he'll use it off of a stick, and over the cage it goes. Nice read there by the Pens defenseman, and a good scoring chance as it's into the corner for Bowen. Florida will gather the puck in and start the breakout. Zachi will read it a second time, but it's tapped past him all the way out to center. Into the Pens end for Foster, who goes heavy off the wall. Connects with his D partner, who falls down on the play, and the Alliance come in off the wall. Sending it cross ice. Nice read by Foster. Cleared and brought on by Lohr. It'll be carried out to center. A cross ice feed to Dixon. Into the Florida zone we go. Knocked off of his stick and brought back on by the Alliance out through center. Off the skate of Foster. Tossed out the center, and Vickers unable to get control, and the Alliance will weave into the Pens end, but they'll be offsides. Face off for Vickers. Taps it back to Kumnick. Kumnick sends it off the wall as Lowarchuk will have forecheck pressure. Now Vickers and Goldberg team up on the opposite side. Florida systematically up the wall through center. Into the Pen zone, a centering pass all the way across. Coming over to flash the leather is the squish tender. With a fantastic stop there to keep it a 6-goal game. Rutgers will lean into the dot. Face off, tied up and brought on by Lewarchuk. Excellent activation off the draw there. He'll pass it to Goldberg. A bouncing puck gets over his stick. And back come the Alliance, where Foligno will pick it up inside the Penguin zone. They'll come out to center, and we'll get another offside play. Penguins on the draw again. This time at center ice. Lewarchuk gets control, but it's knocked off of his stick and gathered in by Florida. Round one, centering feed, tapped just wide of the net. In behind the cage, and it'll be picked up by Foligno. His clearing attempt blocked. It'll be tossed to the opposite side for Kumnik to gather it. He'll pull up along the boards and bank it out to center ice. It's icing if it's far enough, but it's not. And the Alliance will set things up in their own end as we're inside of 9 minutes here in the third. Penguins trailing 7-1. It'll be Florida weaving in, out, firing one in and digging at the squish tender with a couple whacks. But he's able to maintain control. No slashing call there. Schweitzer will lean in. It's freed up for Baru. He's able to clear it out the center. D-to-D play. Baru along the wall. Florida unable to maintain control, so they'll try center ice again for a setup. Trying to center one into the zones. Nice read there. Nice gap by the Penguins defense. And the puck will be along the boards. Worked high to the point. Shot from outside wide to Squish. Picked up and cleared back in behind the net. Penguins battle there as Florida brings it outside of the cage. Wide open was an Alliance forward to tap it past and make it 8-1. Penguins were hoping to keep it a 6-goal game, but we left a player wide open on the side of the cage, and he made no doubt about that one. Schweitzer will take the face-off. Tied up on the draw, and Florida will end up with possession. Into the Pens' end, but it'll be an offside play. Banked off the boards, back to the Florida defense. They'll go D-to-D with a controlled break through neutral ice. Forced to the corner and carried in behind. Florida maintains control back to the point. Oh, blocked shot off the skate of Dixon. Gathered in by Florida again. Working it to the middle. Squish there. Wide open Alliance player gets three. Squish I thought he made the save. It ends up getting behind. Another player left open in front of the Pens net. Bloom to take the draw. Florida gets control. They're back into the Pens end, carrying to the right-hand side this time. Back to the blue line. Low to high, they'll play. Working it back down the half wall. Florida maintains control, and Foster will pressure the puck. Florida tossing it all the way back, looking for the point, picked off by the Pens. Lewarchuk will hit Bloom, who carries through center. Florida great with the back check again as they'll disrupt Bloom and force it to the half wall. Bloom diving into the Florida corner, where Lewarchuk gets to the puck and tries to center it. It's picked off Florida. Somehow, we've lost connection again. And we're back. Penguins get a shot in, stopped by the Florida goaltender. And held. Running clock as we get down towards the 5-minute mark here. Baru on the faceoff. Foligno will get there and tap it into the corner. It's behind the cage where Lohr will wave at it. Can't get control of the bouncing puck, and back come the Alliance. Up through center, springing in, a player in all by himself. Shot in, stopped by the glove of the squish tender. Nice glove hand save there. Bowen to get to the puck. Florida keeps it in. Top of the circle, shot in off the squish's glove and in behind the cage. Dixon gets control, able to get it to Lohr, kept in by Florida. I have no idea why the camera keeps going out, folks. Florida carries it into the Pens and under 4 minutes to play. Cutting back out front, Squish there to make the save. Cleared by the Pens to the wall for Bowen, who taps at it, can't get it out of the Penguin zone. Florida will tap it back to the corner, and they'll get a line change. Dixon picks it up. Sends it cross ice past Bowen and back to the Florida end where they'll look to regroup. Up the wall, controlled by Florida. They're in on sides. They'll tap it to the outside. Weaving back to the middle, and an absolute missile over the head of Squish. Nothing he can do about that one as he got open on the wall there and just rockets one. A bottle rocket there. Some repairs to the Squish tender's helmet. Florida wins the draw. We lost the camera again. I could not tell you why this is happening, folks. It's really bothering me. It's a very irritating thing. There's no logical reason for why it just goes away. We'll bring it back to you every time. As Florida controls at their own blue line. Bloom on the forecheck. He'll end up with control. Gets the puck, centers one. Luarchuk there, his shot, and he'll tap it in behind, and the Penguins Luarchuk with his second of the game. A beautiful play by Bloom to pressure the puck. A Florida defenseman falls down. He gets control, and he hits Luarchuk in the high slot. He's able to fire it by, and the Penguins score a pair. And we actually had camera feed so you could see it. Face-off banked off the boards, gathered in by Florida. They'll drive into the Penguin zone. Shot. Fanned on. Picked back up. Another one. Squish. Makes 1, 2. Kicks it to the corner. Picked up by Baru. Played back in behind Kumnick. Tie up a Florida forward. Schweitzer there in support, and out with it comes Florida. Side of the cage where Bowen will go kind of between the legs and try to clear. Puck dislodged, comes free to Florida. Defended off nicely back to the point. Shot from the outside, blocked by the Pens. A D-to-D play and a missile from the blue line will be gathered by Kumnick. He'll tap it behind. Bowen will pick it up and send it back out to the blue line, but not out. Bowen with the pressure. Now Schweitzer. Schweitzer kicking at it. It'll be tied up along the boards as we're down to 40 seconds to play here in the third. Florida gets control, dumps it in. It'll be picked up by Foligno. Banked off the boards. Florida maintains possession here. Kumnick. Kumnick will clear the puck, and time will tick down as we wind inside of 5 seconds. So a daunting task playing this Florida Alliance team in game number 1. They're a top 10 team. I thought the Pens played pretty well. I think they're a top 5 team, actually. So we'll end this one with a loss here, but the Pens will be back in action 1:15 today, right here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Color comment or play-by-play by Jeremy Evans. Horrible production by Jeremy Evans. I couldn't keep the camera feed up. Sorry for those of you at home. We did the best we could. Thanks to cameraman Rob Schweitzer.